I am going to be covering saints and angels today. I grew up in the Catholic Church and I know because I used to pray to saints, but I don't anymore. So again, I'll be covering saints and angels. You notice all the saints, they have a sundial behind them for the worship of the sun god. So according to them, it looks like saints and angels are only the white nations. They even have a dog-headed saint. Yes, guys, Saint Christopher. Saints are people in heaven officially canonized or not, who live heroically victorious lives, offer their lives to others, or martyred for their faith, and who are worthy of imitation. When I grew up in the faith, by the way, these same saints and these same prayers are in botanicas. So there's a saint for each cause. It's like a genie in a bottle. If you want to get a job, you would pray to this saint. For healing, you would pray to that saint. It's interesting because they said that they were made saints because they lived such good lives. When Joshua says, "Why do you call me good?" Joshua answered, "No one is good except for Jah alone." Let's look at this particular one, Saint Teresa of Calcutta. You know that her organization was accused of sex trafficking minors for the Vatican. But she was made a saint, and now people are praying to her. And she also happens to be Fauci's mother. So you're telling me that her life is worth imitating. So saints were once humans. Because I explained before that this St. Michael's that you people pray to, that I used to pray to as well, and I had over my door, and they also happens to sit again in Botanicas, it's not Michael the Archangel. Because Archangel Michael was never human to be made into a saint. He's an archangel, he's a chief prince, the great prince that stands over guard over Israel. And I'm not talking about the political state of Israel, but the people. So stop praying these prayers to these saints and all these angels. I told you that I will be breaking down the pyramid, right? Angels are depicted with wings, but they're purely spiritual. Beings that do not have a physical body. They can take the appearance of a man to better communicate with humans. So you see, angels don't have wings. Also in the pyramid, you see watchers, those are the ones that fell. Underneath, Genesis 6, 1 and 2. When man began to multiply on the face of the land, and daughters were born to them, the sons of Jah saw that the daughters of men were attractive, and they took them as their wives. And another thing, the dead are asleep. They can't hear you or answer your prayers. There is only one way to the Father, and that's to Joshua HaMashiach, and he's our intercessor.
So everybody's seen those little things you call angels that you put on your top of your Christmas tree or decorate your Christian house with. I'm going to read you a story real quick from the Bible. Zechariah 5:5. Then the angel who was speaking to me came forward and said to me, "Look up and see what is appearing." I asked, "What is it?" He replied, "It is a basket." And he added, "This is the iniquity of the people throughout the land." Then the cover of lead was raised, and there in the basket sat a woman. He said, "This is wickedness." And he pushed her back into the basket and pushed its lead cover down on it. Then I looked up, and there before me were two women with the wind in their wings. They had wings like those of a stork, and they lifted up the basket between heaven and earth. "Where are they taking the basket?" I asked the angel who was speaking to me. So he's talking to an angel, so I don't know what they are, but we'll figure that out. "Where are they taking the basket?" I asked the angel who was speaking to me. He replied, "To the country of Babylonia, to build a house for it. Where the house is ready, the basket will be set there in its place." Wickedness is carried by the women with wings. They're not angels. The women with wings in the Bible are the arbiters of wickedness, carrying the wickedness to its rightful place in Babylon. Every time an angel appears to someone in the Bible, it's a man. And they're like frightening and scared, and they're mighty and they're warriors. Now, angels may be able to appear as women. Sure, possible, because it says you may be entertaining angels. But generally speaking, angels are referred to as the sons of God. So for all intents and purposes, angels are men. Also, God created angels before he created the earth and before he created man. And then he created woman. And in Genesis 6, the sons of God, the angels, saw that the daughters of men were beautiful. And they came down and basically raped them and made giants that took over the whole earth. And this is why God had to flood the earth, was because there was no more normal humans left. And basically Greek mythology is the story of all that. And we'll get into that later. So if somebody tells you, you're so beautiful, you must be an angel. Incorrect. The more correct terminology, according to the Bible, would be, you're so beautiful, you make angels fall from heavenly places to be with you. That's more biblically correct. But it's not a good thing. And you definitely don't want to be mistaken for the women